Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I just had a chance to watch the Tevin Farmer fight. I didn't get a chance to watch it in its entirety the first time. I admitted that in my post fight review. I only got to watch the eighth round to the 12th. So I got a chance to watch it this time. I gotta say, man, um, for all the outcry of robbery that I heard, and it sucks that I'm even having to say this because I like Tevin Farmer. For those of you who have seen my videos on the channel, when I talk about Tevin, I'm rooting my ass off for the guy to succeed. So make no mistakes about it. I want to see Tevin do well in boxing. But the fight, for one, let's start it off this way. The fight between Tevin Farmer and Kenichi Ogawa was very frustrating to score. And I'm going to explain why. The reason it was frustrating to score was because of both fighters. On one hand, you had Tevin Farmer, who was showing good defense. He was slipping and sliding his way out of a lot of shots. He was blocking shots, but he did not do a damn thing offensively. And when he did land things offensively, most of the time all night, it was just little pity pat shots, pot shots. No, not too many like really effective hard counters or effective jabs. So offensively, I was left very frustrated with Tevin Farmer. We didn't see the level of urgency, the level of sharpness that at least I didn't see it that I'm accustomed to seeing with Tevin Farmer in his other fights, and a lot of that could be attributed to nervousness or just better opposition. So that's the Tevin Farmer side of things. From the Ogawa standpoint, he was definitely, to me, the better offensive fighter, landed the harder, cleaner, effective punches. The issue was that he does not know how to punch in the move. He has to stop and plant every time he throws a punch. And Tevin Farmer, all he did was just smother his work all night long for the most part. And he would either partially land shots or wouldn't land the shots at all. So while he was the more effective puncher and while he did the better work on offense, he was unable to really separate himself from Tevin Farmer because of the simple fact that he wasn't he couldn't throw more than one or two punches at a time. Had to set his feet every time, and Tevin moves around the ring a lot. He wasn't engaging. He was also moving a lot as well. So he wasn't just a stationary target for you to just go over there and hit. You had to actually know how to punch the move and cut the ring off to do that. And Ogawa didn't have any of that. So I was frustrated watching both of them. I scored at a draw. I heard some people call this the robbery of the year. And to be honest with you guys, I think anybody who's calling this the robbery of the year is either A, some way in shape or form associated with Tevin Farmer, or B, just a fanboy because he fought way too damn sloppy for him to get a decision. And I wanted to see him win this fight more than anything. Just he was throwing jabs at the air all night, and they weren't hitting Ogawa. He was throwing these like looping left hands that were missing. He was, he got a little bit dirty, threw some shots below the belt. Was excessively holding. Maybe he could have got a point taken away. He just left a lot to be desired, and I don't know, man. I think I'm beginning to question a lot of what I thought about Tevin Farmer based on that fight, man. Like he's a talented fighter. I have no doubts he'll be able to challenge for a world title again and get his name back in the mix and get another chance. But is he world champion material? Could he beat a Tank Davis? A lot of people have been saying, "Oh, Tank Davis would beat him," and I say, "Well, Tevin's got the slickness. Tevin can maybe give him some problem." But after what I just saw against Ogawa, Tank Davis could probably ice Tevin Farmer. Honest to God, man. Like, he just fought with no urgency. He didn't fight like it was a world title fight. He didn't fight with confidence that we're normally used to seeing him fight with. We didn't see him fight the same level of sharpness and looseness, and it was bad performance all around. Bad performance. Honestly, like if I probably watch the fight again, I can guarantee you I'll probably score for Ogawa just because I was so frustrated with how he didn't do anything offensively, how sloppy he was offensively, how sloppy he was with his footwork. The only thing that saved him and won him enough rounds to make this a draw was the fact that he's a good defensive fighter. He doesn't get hit a lot, and he was able to land enough pity pat shots to win rounds. Other than that, and the fact that Ogawa can't punch the move, it was a shitty performance from Tevin Farmer. Honestly, in my opinion, objective opinion, it was a shitty performance. So it's not a robbery. It's not even a loss, so I'm being fair. It wasn't a robbery, but it wasn't a loss either. In my book, it was a draw because of Tevin's lack of effective offensive work and being able to control distance or the pace of the fight. Because as the fight went on, he gassed out due to the pressure that Ogawa was putting on him. So his inability to just exhibit boxing, fundamental boxing skills. Cost him the world title. For Ogawa, no jab. All right, dude, show no ability to land an effective jab. Threw a nice right hand. Was effective with that, but in spots, but wasn't really able to impose himself enough to win the fight. Had to constantly reset, chasing the dude around the ring and throwing one or two punches at a time, and he could have won this fight. An Ogawa with more skills, with better jab, with the ability to punch the move, wins this fight. But unfortunately, that he doesn't have that in his toolbox. He doesn't have that tool in his toolbox. So overall, objectively speaking, it was a really terrible. It was a bad performance in both. Ogawa didn't have enough offensive prowess to beat Farmer, and Farmer didn't have enough effective offensive work to beat Ogawa, and that's just what it was. A draw is fair. So it's not robbery. Anybody crying robbery, I think that's crazy. I think this is a fight where Tevin Farmer should probably get a rematch. I think he deserves one, but I think he should have to go to Japan to go get the rematch, to be honest with you, because for one, he felt like crap and he was the more skilled fighter. And two, he's not the world champion. So I think if they're going to do a rematch, they should do it in Japan. If not, I want to see Tank Davis fight this guy. And I think Tank Davis will be able to beat Ogawa because if Ogawa's having a hard time tracking down Farmer, he's going to have a hard time tracking down Gervonta Davis, who's way more explosive, punches way harder. Yeah, man, I think Tank will stop this dude within 7 rounds. But that's my opinion. So I scored it a 6-6 draw. Very, very disappointed with what I saw from Tevin Farmer. If I say anything about this being a robbery, let it be known that I only watched from rounds 8 to 12 of that fight. And the commentators did sway my opinion. The narrative on social media swayed my opinion, and I wasn't even fully paying attention to the fight because I was editing my Lomachenko Rikindale post-fight video while it was happening. So with that being said, now that I had a chance to watch it with my undivided attention, it was a very sloppy performance from Tevin Farmer, and he needs to really go clean some things up if he really wants to be a world champion and a real world champion. But shout out to Ogawa for getting the decision. I don't think it was a robbery. I think it was actually just because he did the better work offensively. So I could have easily had the 7-5 for Ogawa or a draw. Those were the two scores. I think I would have. I got a draw, but 7-5 probably could have another score. But no way Farmer won this fight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, man. Well, do you think Tevin Farmer got robbed? I don't think it was robbery. I think a draw is a fair score. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Follow True School Sports on Instagram at True School Sports. And like I say in every video, my name is Brennan Taylor, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania, and that's Dania in South Florida if you don't know. So until next time, take care, guys.